Future of 9 to 5 is less 9 to 5. I really do think AI has the potential to finally create the 4-day work week. We're already at a 4-day work week, meaning people do not work Monday through Friday the same way they did pre-COVID. It's already different. But for many in the neutral or don't like their job, we can all agree that people are with remote, with hybrid, with just a whole vibe. A lot of bosses like to crap on employees for not being, and they're not in. They're golfing, they're Zooming, and then, when the cat's away, the mice will play their work. So we're already kind of in a 4-day work week. We just haven't structured it that way. And if we actually go to most countries Monday through Thursday, it changes the economy. Could you imagine what Thursday night becomes? A lot of people are gonna be like, yay, yay, yay. I'm actually concerned. My prediction, if we go to a 4-day work week, because people will probably make the same amount for a 4-day, but they're gonna spend more money. They're gonna have an extra day to spend money. People are gonna be more broke. Thank you all for joining. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. This is Tea with GaryVee. Everybody, thank you for being here. And I want you to ask your questions. Bell, I have to quit my job because you're right. I know I'm right. You should quit your job. Start finding your next job. Who hates their job right now? Turkey time, Thanksgiving. Who hates their job right now? Say hates. I'm gonna end with this. I'm gonna help some people really hard. Who hates their job right now? Let me know. James says hates. It's a lot. Bro, it's a lot. This is real life. All my content comes from the silent DMs I get. The reason I'm on stuff is because I read. I read what people write me in private. Turkey head, everybody, if you hate your job, you must start making content on LinkedIn. Who here hates their job but does not have a LinkedIn profile? And I don't care if you're a cashier at Burger King. Who here hates their job and does not have a LinkedIn profile? Say, don't have link. Say, don't have link. I want all of you to create a LinkedIn right now, and I want you to make your first post on LinkedIn like you would on Facebook or Instagram or Twitter, and I want you to talk about the things you've learned at your job. The things you've learned at your job. Like, make a video. Be like, hey, I'm a cashier at Burger King. One thing that's been really interesting to me is a lot of customers come in and they're frustrated by our lack of plastic this, or they're frustrated because we don't have fries, or we struggle with these hours because we don't have enough staff. Saying something smart about business in a video on LinkedIn literally leads to a McDonald's franchisee owner sending you a message and offering you to be a manager in their store instead of a cashier. That is how life works. And now, here's how life really works. Nerea, I just said that, and do you know how many people watching this video said, nah, that doesn't work? That's life. I just broke down life. Take action when you're upset. Who hates their job? Go to LinkedIn, make posts about what you know. If Train hated his job when he was filming something else, he could talk about, like, when I was filming MMA, one thing I learned, that video could have led. Obviously, thank God you didn't do that because you ended up here in butterfly effect. But I just broke down life. I just gave everyone an actual action item that will work. Now, you got to do it every day. It's not gonna be just one piece of content. I did that. If you're unemployed, you do the same thing. You talk about what you know. I'll say it again. You create a LinkedIn account. In LinkedIn, you can post content just like you can on Facebook and Instagram. Thank you, Care. I'm bullish on you back. You can post content. Make a video about what you learn, what you know about your job and your career or your industry, and post it. You will be shocked if you do that every day, what ends up happening. What are you allowed to do with your Cameo on Sora? Everyone, a ton, Travis. You're clearly trying to do some weird stuff. Flashblock CA, thank you. My energy is inspiring. You can thank my parents for that and my circumstances. Everybody. So anyway, I just told everybody exactly what to do to get happier. Can we be honest? Can everyone, when I said that LinkedIn thing, can you be honest and say in the chat if you were one of the people that says that won't work? Say don't work. If you said out loud or in your head when I did that won't work, say don't work. Say don't work right now. Say don't work. Be honest. There you go. Dirty Panda, Trust, Lala. Look, Edward, Ernesto. KT said, I thought it won't work for me. That's it, my friend. That's it. And by the way, they need to do it 100 times over the next 6 months, but it will lead to the job that pays them more and they'll get out of their gig. It's that self-doubt, it's that insecurity. It's that looking for the bad even when it's good. They can watch this on a smartphone at 10:34 in the morning on Wednesday before Thanksgiving. Their life is good. They have electricity, they have an expensive phone. They might not think it's expensive because we've lost our way. They have an expensive phone and they have access to information for free. That's what's happening here. Their life is good. I just gave them advice when they said they hate their job. That advice will work if they're disciplined and do it every day for 6 months. Random stuff, stories, things they've learned, things they've done well. And yet so many of them decided to look for the bad when I said it. That was it in practice. Let's keep the questions going.
We have a question from Snapchat. What do you think is the future of 9 to 5?
I think the future of 9 to 5 is less 9 to 5. I really do think AI has the potential to finally create the 4-day work week. In fact, I'm investing in leisure, live sports, restaurants, experiential events, concerts, running clubs, outside door stuff. Like, I think we're gonna go to a 4-hour work week, or it's gonna feel like a 4-hour work week. We're already at a 4-day work week, meaning people do not work Monday through Friday the same way they did pre-COVID. Can everyone just keep it real? Everybody in the chat, let's be real about this. It's already different. It's already different, right? Now, that doesn't, some people go hard. Some for entrepreneurial people, for incredibly ambitious people, like incredibly ambitious, not kind, like ambitious, incredibly ambitious, they're still kind of doing the thing. But for many in the neutral or don't like their job, we all can agree, look at everyone here, we can all agree that people are, with remote, with hybrid, with just a whole vibe. A lot of bosses like to crap on employees for not being, and they're not in. They're golfing, they're Zooming, and then, when the cat's away, the mice will play their work. So we're already kind of in a 4-day work week. We just haven't structured it that way. And if we actually go to legally, in most countries, Monday through Thursday, or Monday or Tuesday through Friday, probably Monday through Thursday, it changes the economy. Could you imagine what Thursday night becomes? Right? And then what happens all day Friday? And I'm actually concerned because people will probably make the same amount for 4 days, but they're gonna spend more money. They're gonna have an extra day to spend money. And this goes back to my biggest point. Don't worry about what the government does. Don't matter what your corporation does. Do you have discipline? If we go to a 4-day work week, my prediction is that people are gonna be more broke. They'll make the same amount, but by having that extra day, Raghav, we've worked together for so long. I like when you make the face when I say something you haven't thought about yet. It's my favorite face that you make. And so, that's what I think. But I think that for the people that are on here that are entrepreneurs, like for example, this thing I'm obsessed with, live shopping. XIRG Ghost, thank you so much for picking up the comic book. Everybody, if I've ever brought you value, for the 1,100 people here, if I've ever brought you value in my career through my content, it would be an incredibly kind gesture if you picked up the comic book, pick up a comic, put this away somewhere safe, let me cook for the next 7 years and make the world fall in love with the notorious ninja. Josh D says, love me some Gary. I love you back, Josh. In China, screen time has gone up as live shopping got bigger because it's more entertaining. People are sitting and watching. Look what's happening here, Raghav. How many people are watching right now that probably would have been off of the TikTok app had they not stumbled on this on my FYP? You probably would have moved on to your weather app or played a game or moved on or went to, how many people can actually say right now that if they did not land on this, they'd probably not be on TikTok, they would have been done. Happy Thanksgiving, Twitch. Raghav, do you see this? The amount of people that are saying me is enormous. So live streaming, live shopping is gonna increase. Look, this is an inevitable world that we go into glasses and we go into VR and AR, and we will be living, I would argue, every moment we're alive will be on screen. Nerea's glasses that I see behind the scenes right now, everyone will wear glasses, which is great for me because I need glasses now. So I can just segue right into it. And we'll all be wearing glasses and we will be digital at every minute, which is why I keep saying this is child's play. This is like the beeper. You're worried about your kid's screen time on the iPad and the phone, they're gonna live 24/7 in the screen time. Kids at 14, 15, 16, 17, whatever the social norms are gonna be in a decade, are gonna ask for their glasses, whether from Meta or Google or Apple or some other company, and they're gonna wear them, and they're gonna live in an you're not gonna not use it because the world's gonna be activated with AR. There will be a world of haves and have-nots with glasses in the beginning where because I'll get them day one, I'm wearing glasses and I'm seeing something that you're not seeing, whether that's a deal at the store for a coupon, whether that's an extra replay at a football game, whether that's a Pokemon Go-like thing that's going on at all times. I'm gonna see, like, I don't understand what people don't, this is gonna be obsolete. 10, 15 years, this is gone. And we're fully here. Yeah, VeeFriends scavenger hunt is right. Street 401 Sean, thank you for picking up a comic book. Now ask your questions. I'm about to answer questions. Go.
We got one from Spencer. I feel like my marriage is keeping me from progressing toward my goals. For example, I'm building a container home with my business partner and I don't feel like my wife supports it. We have 4 kids and busy lives, so I kind of understand. But I don't get support from her in my goals and dreams in the way that I've supported her for years. What are your thoughts?
Marriage counsel. If you can afford it, go to therapy. I actually think couples should go to therapy even when it's good. I view it as maintenance. I view it like the gym. I'm a big proponent of couples, if they can afford it, to go to therapy, even if it's once every 90 days. I can speak for myself. Those environments are easier for me to be candorous than just normal day-to-day life. For a lot of us nice guys, environments like therapy, couples therapy, is a stronger environment to be able for me to be candorous, even though I've gotten better at my candor and I've really worked at it and I'm better day to day. But this gentleman sounds like many women and men who have feelings towards their partner and aren't able to say it in a constructive way. Most people wait till that feeling boils over and snap back and people get into fights, right? Most fights that couples have isn't about the thing that just happened. It's the deep-rooted resentment of the macro. My answer to this gentleman is therapy. And if the counterpoint is like she won't go, put pressure and make it uncomfortable. Every partner does something for the other partner that the partner likes. Cut that off. The sex, the extra cash, the extra chore that they help with that the other, like there's always something. When are you buying the jets? I don't know, Ray, but I am. And if they don't go, like Alina said, you go. It's better to get it out with them, but if you have to do it solo, friends, life is about getting the poison out of your body. Therapy is remarkable. Complaining to your best friend and your mom over and over is bad. Therapy, amazing. I'd rather you go to the woods and yell it out than keep going to your mom or dad or your other friend that's cynical and upset and you're in a circle jerk of darkness. Most people use a parent or a sister or a best friend to dump. What they're actually doing is chipping away at that relationship and making that worse if that person's epic, or that person's only listening because they then want to play ping pong and they want to dump back and the two parties are just sitting there rolling in their mud. No, therapist. Because the therapist is gonna get to what can you do about it. Your homie's gonna be like,
yeah, George is a dick.
Friends and parents are enablers. Therapists, at their best, are look yourself in the mirror.
Jerk.
Mommy doesn't do that.
Can you explain how benching could chips away to a relationship? I've never heard you saying that before.
Yeah, I mean, I know a lot of people, I'm one of these people. I'm such an enabler and lover of my inner circle that I will let you dump on me because my bucket's so big, I'll be like, yeah. Now, I'm me now. And in my 20s and 30s, I would just be there. I wasn't big on like doubling down on like George is a dick, but I would be a good listener. And I would be like, let's look on the bright side, but like over time, I'm like, this is not fun anymore. Like, I don't wanna hang out with you. You're negative, like I'm not picking up the phone. Like, everybody, can everyone agree with me right now? Is there someone in your life that when you see the text or phone call, your stomach turns a little because you know it's negative? Yes, Train?
Yes.
Court? Mm-hmm. Naraya? Raghav? Me too. Let's see who else has it. Every yes in the chat. Almost every one of those people that the 5 of us just thought of is a relative or dear friend. Now what? We're getting deep on this pre-Thanksgiving morning, just in time for tomorrow. Just in time, because tomorrow is like, Thanksgiving is like family WWE. Shit's about to go down tomorrow. People are about to get mad tomorrow. People are about to drink alcohol tomorrow to deal. It doesn't have to be that way. It doesn't have to be that way. It doesn't have to be that way. Unix says drinking now, pre-gaming to deal with mom tomorrow, you know? I got a stepson who lives for drama on the holidays. That's that's tough. But we need to get to the heart of it. You need to say to stepson, brother, you clearly had a lot of trauma as a kid, but this nonsense you're bringing to the family here is not working. If your spouse is upset about that, you gotta deal with that. But negativity is always wrong. Garbage is garbage. There's also a lot of other things if you can't afford therapy. Working out works for many. Not for me, by the way. Working out does not do anything for my mental health. My mental health is pure practice since I was 7th grade, maybe 7, 8 years old. Friends, I had a very weird life in hindsight. I was so scared that my parents were gonna die because both of my parents lost a parent young. My mom lost a mom. My mom lost her mom when she was 5. My dad lost his dad at 15. And my mom, because I was the oldest, always told me that if anything happened to her or my dad, I had to take care of my siblings. It was just immigrant, oldest child shit. I was so scared my entire childhood that I cannot explain to all of you. I cannot explain to all of you. I wish it on no one, and weirdly, I wish it on everyone. How every goddamn day of my life, I had unlimited recurring nightmares of my parents dying, plane crashing going back to Russia on a family reunion. Every time I would survive with a different random family member, like real heavy shit. I feel like every morning I would wake up and nothing happened overnight, I'd be happy. And I literally started practicing that at such a young age that, you know, my mental health comes from gratitude. A lot, you know, shut up and buy the Jets. Braxton, I will never shut up about what I'm talking about, and I will buy the Jets. I got you, bro. I love you, Brax. Hope you have a great, you know, it's funny, Deluxe by Diana says, that's so sad, constant anxiety. It was micro anxiety. It was like a boop, but then it'd be like the truth. It'd be like, boop, I'm scared. Oh wait, they're still here. By the time I got to 18, I'm like, I won. So basically my whole adult life, you know, has been just very grounded in gratitude. And I've just always been happy in my darkest days on paper, on my best days. I don't get too high. I just keep it super simple. Gratitude is the potion. So many of you earlier said, I'm down. It's because you're not grateful enough. A bunch of you are just crybabies. I love you, but you're a crybaby. You're deciding to be upset about something materialistic or vain or short-lived endorphins. The high of hooking up with a hot chick or like winning $1,000 in the lotto or having a Gucci bag, and you're not grateful for great stuff. A lot of people here have decent, good families where everyone's healthy and they're crying that they're not as rich as Mark Zuckerberg or not as hot as Hailey Bieber. What the hell is the matter with you people? Courtney, we've lost our way. People have loving mothers and fathers in here. How many people here would kill to have a loving mother and father? Say, I would, in the chat. You know? And like, luckily, many people have that. That's awesome, Wells. Right, exactly. I wish mine were still here, KK says. Now watch this. How many people have a loving mother and father? Have a loving mother and father. Like real talk, don't be a brat. Say mom and dad. Say mom and dad. Say mom and dad right now in the chat. If you have a loving mother and father, say mom and dad in the chat. If you're one of, you know, like Andrew Garcia, I'm so happy for you. Like, look at, man, I don't know, everyone who said mom and dad just now, man, on some real talk, like, you won. And if when I go look back at the chat and I see people that say they're down, but then they also later answered mom and dad, and then a lot of people are like saying only mom or only dad, right? Watch this for everyone who just felt bad because they saw people say mom and dad and they got to say only mom and dad. How many of you have neither? How many of you grew up, forget about if they passed, how many of you grew up without a mother or father that was loving and did the right thing? Say neither. Yeah. You say, Court? It's real, man. So I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. Like, I don't know what we're crying about. Let me make it even more real. If you're one of the 1,300 people that can afford a smartphone that has TikTok on it and have the ability at 10 a.m. on this Wednesday to even watch this little silly show, your life is better than most people on earth. What did I just say? Did I just say that if you're even on this show, there's 8.3 billion people, there's 830 million people on earth that can't get to clean water this morning. They will have to walk 10 hours to get to clean water. Clean water. If you have a smartphone that has TikTok on it and you have the ability to be watching this at 11 a.m. Eastern, USA, you already have a better life than most people on earth. But you motherfuckers decided to compare yourself to Elon Musk and Beyonce, and that's why you're upset. We've literally decided to compare ourselves to 96 people to make ourselves upset. You're looking to make yourself upset. Uh-oh, now we're getting to something very real. Let me go somewhere really real with all of you. I'm going backwards hat, like Rocky, like Sylvester Stallone in like, what was that thing? Yeah, it was that arm, help me chat. What was that? What was that movie he was in, Sylvester Stallone? Over the Top, thank you, Tyler. Spirits and storytelling, over the top. I'm going over the top right now. A lot of you have preconditions and mental frameworks that forces you to look for bad even when it's good. This is real. We're getting into some real deep stuff. Many of you have been conditioned and have not fought against the number one issue in your life. The number one issue in your life is you're looking for bad even when it's good. I grew up with two very different parents. One who looked for good even when it was bad, and one who looked for bad even when it was good. I know this ice cold. Whew, now what? And Wicked Wakes says,
okay, narcissist.
See, the reason Wicked Wakes says that in the chat is I'm poking. They're hurting. I'm sad you think that. I wish we knew each other, Wicked, and I got nothing but love for you and I wish you the best holiday. I'm poking. That's why that comment comes in. I'm poking. Yeah, man, yeah, Chris, it's hard, man, it's hard. And I want this so bad. Murph's brother, we got you before the end of the year, I promise. You know, like, this is real stuff, man. Phantom L, I know, man, this is real stuff. I'm gonna be in the chat for a little bit. Don't poke too much, bro.
No, you need to poke.
No, but I get it, like, at sensitive note, like, you do need to poke, but he's right. You don't poke too, like, the way I play, I'm very clever in how I've navigated GaryVee over the last 15 years. He's right. You know, you have to understand, when you're weak, you're weak. But this is really real stuff. And someone today's ready for a hard poke, and other people just need to, like, that's why they're saying negative things. They need to sign off. Like, if I'm hurting you right now, you need to sign off, but you need to sit on what I said, because it's true. And all of a sudden, when you realize what I said is true, now, Judy Clamor says, I'm weak and I give up on myself too easily. Judy, it's because you believed other people. Judy, I'm telling you, you're amazing and capable, because you are. I believe every human is actually capable, no matter the trauma, no matter the burden. And I think we've over psychoanalyzed this last 15 years. All of us are therapist on therapist on therapist, And unfortunately what it's done is it's exposed the biggest issue, which is if we were therapists on therapists on therapists, we're talking too much about feelings. No. We're not being accountable as human beings when we talk about our feelings. I talk about feelings all day, in fact. I was ahead of this curve. I was talking about feelings when y'all weren't talking about feelings. The issue is when I discovered that I lacked candor and that was my flaw, I wrote a book and exposed myself to the world. When I realized I had a major flaw, I started making content and exposing myself. When you guys figure out you have a major flaw, you try to disguise it and blame everyone else. Uh-oh! Yeah, Victoria, we're uh-ohing right now. We're getting to the real shit this morning. That's right, Brandon. Braden knows. Is Braden in the Dakotas right now? Probably shot a turkey this morning. Probably ate some mud with his brothers. You know what Braden's doing in Dakota. He shot a turkey already, ate some mud with his brother, right? Was drinking like a 40 of Budweiser on some hay last night to 2 a.m, reminiscing about falling off his granddaddy's truck. I know what you're doing, Braden. Extreme accountability. My friends. Oh, that's such a great question. Sav says, Gary, you ticklish? The answer is yes. I'm ticklish. Friends, I really need you to hear me this morning. I'm telling you right now, what's really funny is I went in this mood this morning in the perfect time for Thanksgiving, because tomorrow all the dynamics play out. You all know the same fight's gonna happen. Your aunt's gonna yell at your granddad for ruining her life, for not letting her marry Rick, without realizing she shouldn't have listened to her dad. That's on her. Auntie June, you're an idiot. You listened to dad. I don't know what to tell you. Young C says, boomer.
You're damn right, bitch.
Gen X though. Shawnee says Gary won't answer, he'll deflect. Shawnee, I don't see the question. Fire away, I'll try to find it. RS5364, good to see you. Judy, Gen X is right. I love you all. Everybody, thank you so much. Everybody, if you're new to me and you've enjoyed these last 30 minutes, say new and enjoyed. I want you to hit the top left corner, hit my face. When you hit my face, follow and hit the bell to make sure you get notifications that you're always on these shows with me. I want you always on these shows with me. Thank you, Christy, thank you. Who stumbled on me? Actually, here's a good question. Who's been hanging out, has kind of seen a video or 2 or 3 from me, but really didn't know what I was about, and is now enjoying this and ready to follow? Give me that one as well. Happy Thanksgiving, great to see all of you, new and enjoyed. Thank you, Rick L, appreciate that. Haven't been here for, thank you everybody, thank you for this, literally, yeah, the title's awesome. Holla. I've seen you lots, but never found you live. Thank you for that, Courtney. Glad you're here. What steps would you recommend to find? Man, this stuff is going fast. Are you guys catching questions, everyone? Rogoff, Naray, you catching questions? Keep looking. You're welcome, Chad Lyons. New and enjoy. I would love to know your opinion on the other side. I'm not deep, Yuga Labs. I own 5 Bored Apes, but I'm not deep on giving you that answer, brother, because I just don't know what's going on deep enough. I've been so head down with VeeFriends. I'm cheering for everything. I'm cheering for Pudgy. I'm cheering for Bored Ape, Azuki, Doodles. I'm cheering for all of them. I'm just so deep building VeeFriends. I'm not sure. And for me as a collector, my big thing is CryptoPunks. I'm obsessed. I want to go live and kind of happy Thanksgiving back. Neil's good to see you. Everyone's Store says help me out. What do you got, friend? Everyone's Store. Ask your question. I'll have the team look for it. Advice on fighting the internal bullies. Mel's Heart School, very simply. Anybody here who thinks they suck? Actually, let's get right into it, since we have almost 1,000 people here. Who here genuinely thinks they suck? Like, who here doesn't feel great about themselves? Who's feeling down? Say down. Who's feeling down? Who feels like they're not in a great place? Thank you, E-Beast. Who feels like they're not in a great place? Here's where it's at, friends. If you're feeling down this morning, this pre-Thanksgiving in the US or somewhere else in the world, there's just two truths to this. One, you don't realize that the voice in your head that is your bully and saying you suck was not put in by you. It was put in by a parent. It was put in by some other father or mother figure, whether it's a sibling or a teacher or a coach when you were little, and unfortunately you believed it. Unfortunately, the voice in your head that says you suck are just not real, and you've decided to believe it. It's the boogeyman, it's being scared of the dark, it's completely fake. Or you're someone who was over-coddled and had actually a lot of love, but your parents or your ecosystem over-coddled. They demonized losing, right? They demonized losing. Wise man says, I spend holidays alone. Sure, you might be in a situation where you're estranged from your family, or God forbid, everybody passed, but you don't have to spend your holidays alone. In fact, I would argue that friends that you make along the way in life act more like your family than your family in the way that we define it. You choose the people you love along the way in your journey. You don't choose who you're born into. Friends, life is a mental game. And unfortunately, there's a lot of people that take advantage of soft mental people. Politicians are very good at telling you that you all suck and you should be scared of these people, but they'll take care of you. Raghav, you know about this? Politicians are very good at saying, be scared of these people, and they're selling fear and hate. I'm out here right now this morning selling love and positivity, money making, non-money making happiness, right? Money making happiness, non-money making happiness. And I'm telling all of you, I can't help you, you can help yourself. So that's that. I don't know, man. I'm just desperate to get people to understand that adversity is a good thing. You're in control, you're capable. Alamo says no Sora in Germany yet. A lot of you check me out on Sora, GaryVee. The next part, /Sora, S-O-R-A. Can some of you put that in? GaryVee. You know what to put in, /Sora. Everybody put that in. All of you in the US should follow me on Sora. A lot going on there. It's time to get to Q&A. Yeehaw! I'm a cowboy this morning. Literally got up early, got in the gym, rehabbed my left glute, and got here early on a day that almost everyone is off. Big shout out to Train, Courtney, Nerea, Raghav, Emily, all in the office. Corso's here. We're all grinding on a day. And honestly, I'm glad it's ending early and everyone can go do their thing because you need the family time and all that, but I'm happy to be here to continue to bring value, bring people value, bring people value, bring people value mentally, financially, and we're answering questions, everybody. Yes, if you want to learn more about VeeFriends, who wants to learn more about this incredible fantasy world I'm building? Say, I want to learn. I'm trying to teach my kid to not fear. Z-Wiggy, just have them keep losing. Get them into competition, all that. Here we go, everyone, take a screenshot. Nerea, Raghav?
Yep, we got a question from Akshay.
Akshay?
How would you respond to a coworker who has less knowledge and experience than you at the job, but tries to be unnecessarily bossy with you and overtake your leadership without making yourself come off like a jerk to people around you?
I call it kind candor. I think you sit the person down and say, hey, this is what I'm feeling. I appreciate it. I'm not sure exactly where your energies come from. Maybe you think I'm a bozo, because humility, Raghav, humility is a superpower. I would say to that person, hey, maybe you think I'm a bozo, right? I would also be real with them. I'd say, maybe you feel insecure. Maybe you're trying to make more money and get promoted above me. All of that is fine. It's real life. You're a human being. I just want you to know how I'm feeling, and I'm telling you where I'm going next, which is basically like, hey, this is the nice version. And if that doesn't work, there's a different version of this. And whatever that means for that person. Go to HR, clap back, and then if you're not confrontational and if you're not happy, or if you go to HR and you clap back and nothing's done about it, I just want everybody to know you're allowed to quit and get another job. Gary, do you eat hard-boiled eggs for breakfast? Golden Guy 111010. I have plenty of times. Raghav, everything's about kind candor. Delivering truth respectfully and nicely is a lost art. Raghav, do you see people on the internet just triggered, especially politically? Everyone's a 5th grade girl.
Yeah.
Everyone's become a 5th grade girl. We have 42-year-old grown men acting like 5th grade girls. Fucking, I just don't understand what everyone's doing. Like, childish. Like, and it's the politicians' fault. Politicians talk to each other like 3rd grade schoolyard, and it's parents' fault for not smacking their kids in the mouth and washing out their mouth with soap. And I know I curse, and I love a good curse, but like, I curse like for the enjoyment of the craft. People are like literally like trying to hurt each other's feelings. I don't understand, man. Anyway, let's keep the questions going.
Got a good one. Is our obsession with self-awareness making us more confident or more anxious?
Oh, it would make you dramatically more confident, but they're asking a question that's not the direct question. If your obsession with self-awareness is what you're doing, you understanding what you're good at and what you're bad at leads to incredible happiness, but the question becomes, do you have the humility to be bad at things? Do you have the confidence to expose what you're weak at? You know, if you look back at my content, Raghav, you definitely heard this, and all 4 of you have like been around my content for years. Do you know how many times I've said I suck at 99% of things, but? I think that goes unnoticed. Like when I just said that, all of you were like, yeah, I've heard that from him, but I don't think it's something I don't think any of the 4 of you have thought about that a lot. I have literally said all the time, I suck at 99% of things, but I know how to sell, or I know how to market, or I know a lot about the Jets, or I know a lot about wine, or I know about this, or collectibles, but I'm sure about this. I don't understand how all of you don't realize we all predominantly suck at almost everything and are kind of good at a few things. And then we try to trick people into thinking we're good at things. Jay Carlin from Clark, New Jersey, what's up? Everybody, if you're from New Jersey, say NJ in the chat with my Jersey boys and girls. So I don't understand what everyone's talking about. Like, we all suck. I can't spell for shit. And I know all 4 of you know that. I can't spell for shit. I can't spell. I can't read. How many times have I had to ask for a 5-minute meeting just because you wrote 2 sentences? Nerea, right? Like, meeting. But I can't read, but boy, oh boy, if I hear it, it's over. My comprehension is like a robot if I hear it. My comprehension is like a stone or a worm if I read it. Am I supposed to be embarrassed about that? Do you know how much, Raghav, do you know how much more attractive I would be if I got a nose job? No, I actually want to have this conversation. Do you understand that literally like 2 different, like along, you know, you start getting notoriety, like 2 different surgeons on one day once emailed me 3 years ago and said, you know, you like become wildly attractive if you got a nose job, and showed me it. I was like, whoa, I'm really fucking, like, holy crap, I'm hot. And I was like, huh.
Oh, okay. Never thought about that.
Yeah, the nose is like a big factor. This is why so many people get nose jobs. The nose is like this huge factor on your face that like really matters. But I'm like, ugh, like, I don't know, like, you know? I don't know, like, what are you supposed to be embarrassed about? Like, why are we so embarrassed? Good morning, munchies. Good to see you, Lacksmith. Who is here for the first time ever and has never seen my face before, has no idea who I am? If you have no idea who I am, literally this is the first time we've ever interacted, say no idea. Not it's your first time watching me on TikTok Live. I mean, you've never even seen my content. I have 55 million followers, yet you have no idea. Look at this, look at this. No idea, no idea, no idea, no idea, no idea, no idea, no idea. That's why I want all, and now for the people that have been following me every day for 10 years, they're blown, look at all these no ideas. They're blown away. They're blown away. They're blown away. Now everybody who's been following me, tell me what year you started following me. Or who's just got back on with me since TikTok Live? You lost me. You used to follow me pre-COVID, during COVID. Who's reconnected with me because of TikTok Live? Say reconnected. Say reconnected, if you've reconnected with me because of this live show. And you're like, oh, wait a minute, I actually do like this guy. That positivity and accountability, that's that good stuff. I actually lost my way. I thought GaryVee was lame. Wait a minute, GaryVee's exactly right. Who reconnected? Look at all these reconnected. And all the reconnecteds, tell me how it feels. Are you reminded that positivity and optimism and love is the best, but also holding yourself accountable and not being full of crap and being a man and being a woman is real? Remind me, tell me. Now ask your questions. I'm about to answer questions. Go.
Shrek Cost Cards says, I just started selling cards on Schmutnot. What are you feeling on selling on there versus TikTok?
Both. I believe everyone should be selling on every platform. eBay, District. I expect all of you to learn more about live shopping. For a lot of you, the breakthrough of your life is gonna be live shopping. By the way, if you don't know VeeFriends, look above me right now. Look at these auctions. Look at that. That card sold for 200 bucks. That card sold for 200 bucks. This is yesterday. Look at the dates. If you don't know what I'm building, who here collects Pokemon or Marvel and does not know VeeFriends? Say, don't know. I need all of you to learn. Please screenshot this right now. 212-931-5731. Text me the word VeeFriends.
What are 3 recommendations you can give me to start my own lawn business?
Lawn?
Yeah.
I'm incredibly big on door knocking. Like you literally go to people's homes and knock on the door and be like, would you like me to do your lawn? Content on Facebook and Instagram, and then running $100 ads on a 10-mile radius of where you live, or 20 mile, wherever radius you're willing to do lawns, running Facebook ads against content, asking people if they want their lawns done, their landscaping done, and to put your email and phone number in the video. Let's keep it going. Zachary B, good to see you. Do you like chicken? I do, Shrek. Who's got a question?
Misty Angel is asking, what are your thoughts on loans to start a business?
I'm not against loans if you have a capacity to pay it back, right? I'm not against it. I love making money instead of borrowing money. That's why I love Flip Life. All right, let's keep it going. Yeah, the chat is flying, KT.
How can someone with a service business get into live streaming and live shopping?
Service is a little bit harder, but you still can do it. I think it is coming. The platforms are not really built for service businesses yet, but Stan Store is. Go to GaryVee.com/Stan, S-T-A-N. Go check that out. That's where you can sell digital goods as services, and then you can make content. Check out what the Stan Challenge is. Google GaryVee Stan Challenge, GaryVee Stan Challenge. Shrine Galay, thank you for looking at the book. KK, thank you for adding the comic book into your shopping cart. I hope you pick it up. Laura, thank you for looking at my new business book. Everybody, if you want to learn how to be better at social media, my new business book is in my store. Courtney Looper just picked it up, thank you. Jenna White just picked up some stickers. 401 Sean just picked up a comic book. Artie Lowe just picked up a t-shirt. Everyone, thank you so much. All right, let's keep going, questions.
I always share your content with my 19-year-old son. I can't get him to take any steps towards anything. Any advice?
Stop giving him money and shelter. Uh-oh. I'm not being around the bush anymore. If you think your kid is not doing shit and you want them to do something, get them off the payroll. Tell them to move in with a buddy. I'm being a little extreme with the shelter, but the giving them money is firm. I'm a little extreme with the shelter, though I think they would grow up a lot by going and living with a buddy. You can keep the shelter, but if your kid is lazy, it's because you made them lazy. What? What? It's your fault. What? It's true. Get him off the payroll. No shit, your kid's not doing anything. When he comes to you as a 20-year-old grown man, he's like, Mommy, I want to go on this date with a girl. You give him $100. You idiot. I'd be laying on the couch right now too if my parents paid for everything my whole life. Chilling. I'd be playing video games, eating popcorn, and farting all day if mommy and daddy gave me money my whole life. Come on. That's the answer. B-Plane says they did. B-Plane's on that kick thinking my dad's liquor store gave me money.
Motherfucker, I built that store for him.
I built a $50 million business for my dad and left with nothing and had to start VaynerMedia in a conference room because I couldn't pay rent because I had no money. I gave mommy and daddy money. Learn your history. Let's keep it going.
What advice would you give to the youngest generation?
That they're gonna win. Gen Alpha and Gen X is the best. I'm obsessed with them. I'm just mad at them for believing the propaganda. Man, the boomers screwed it up for us. We can't own a home. Go ahead.
Aren't you Gen X?
I'm Gen X. What are you saying?
Youngest Gen, so Gen Z, Gen Alpha, Gen Z.
That's what I'm saying. I think they're the best. I think Gen Alpha and Gen Z is the best. I just think they get caught up in bullshit. They believe propaganda that's not real. And we judge them for shit we would have done. Every boomer, every Gen Xer, every older millennial would be doing the social media thing as well if we had this technology. Why are we judging these kids for the shit we would do? Official Blake says, who are you talking to? Everyone. Blake. Bingo's right, Adrian. We'd all be doing this. Exactly, Yolanda. Stargers, finding an investor, always good with LinkedIn content. LinkedIn content. Digital content is definitely Stan Store. Check out Stan Store. Every generation believes the bull is right. You're absolutely right, Groxy Comics. Yes, user, VeeFriends Topps cards are coming. It's not 2, it's 2026. We did it by year. Last year was, as you can see, this was 2025 Topps Chrome. Next will be 2026 Topps Chrome. Deborah, of course social media rocks if it's used right. Everything rocks if it's used right. Medicine rocks if it's used right. Alcohol is right when it's used right. A nice glass of wine in a great setting, amazing. Microdosing is great. Binging and overdosing is bad. In everything. Sugar. Sugar's really bad if you don't know how to use it right. This is the point. Governments, politicians, bosses, everything's right when it's in balance. Hippie Future, I think it's interesting. GameStop is innovating a ton with that vaulting. Everybody, I just want to wish you nothing but good stuff. Andrea D, I love you back. Who got value from today's show? Say value. Annie Mo, thank you so much for picking up the comic book. It means the world to me. Who got value? Please come back. I'm gonna be doing this. 2026 is the year of me doing an ungodly amount of TikTok live. 2026, every day I'm in New York. I will be in this chair doing this. Free value. You don't have to buy any of the VeeFriends stuff, though it would mean a lot to me, and I am building something. I never want you to buy anything for me on the record. Clip it, there you go. Never buy anything. I could care less. I want people who want to buy things, who want to collect, who want to flip. But you can be here every day for free. I need nothing from you. I need you to listen and act and win. I need you to listen and act and win. How many people showed up to this live because they saw my piece of content that said I'm live now and clicked it? Say saw the content. Say saw the content. And by the way, was anyone curious? Nice, a lot of people. Anybody curious about these auctions above my head? Anybody curious? Say curious. Is anybody curious about what's above my head? A lot of people saw the content, very nice. Raghav Nareya, it's clearly working. Anybody curious about, all right, everybody, if you're curious about what's above my head, I need you to get your phone ready. I need you to get your phone ready. You know, like the whole, you know what to do, like this, you know that? I need you to get the phone ready. I'm gonna have you screenshot something right now. If you're curious, get ready. 212-931-5731. 212-931-5731. Even if you're international, text me the word VeeFriends if you're curious. Text me the word VeeFriends if you're curious. Text me the word VeeFriends if you're curious. VEE Friends to 212-931-5731. Got it? Even if you're in the UK, WhatsApp me. Thank you everybody, love you all, have the best. Getting laid off at the end of the year, go time, appreciate all the content. Sober man, you're gonna do it. Make the LinkedIn content, LinkedIn content, LinkedIn content, LinkedIn content. Everybody, I'm about to hang up. I expect all of you, if you hit notifications after this, take a screenshot and tweet me at GaryVee. Love you, see you. Have the best holiday weekend. If you're celebrating the US, everybody else internationally, if it's not your holiday, have a great week and a great week and a great week and a great life, and I'll see you a lot on here. Love you all, see ya.